And now, back to Hail Varsity Radio.
Thanks for hanging out. It's Hail Varsity Radio. We're presented by Currency. Chris Schmidt, Elijah Herbal. We welcome in tight end with the Baltimore Ravens, Travis Vokolek. Travis, how's that sound? Thanks for the time, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It sounds awesome. Ready to get out to Baltimore and get to work.
Do you like crab cakes?
I've never had a crab cake before. I've kind of been looking up stuff about Baltimore because I've never been out there. Of course, I've been out to Jersey, and so I know the East Coast a little bit, but never been to Maryland. And I've heard a lot of good things about their crab, so I'm anxious and excited to get out there and try it.
The legend, if we go back to the cinema classic Wedding Crashers, it's crab cakes and football.
Mm-hmm.
So, crab cake fan?
Me? Hell no.
No?
No, I'm not a big seafood guy in general.
All right, so
give me a steak, personally.
We'll leave all the seafood to Travis Vokolek. Travis, take us through your weekend as you're able to land in a spot that is playoff ready, man. They're a high-level football team.
Yeah, it's been a crazy, past couple of months, going from all the training to combine to pro day, and then being back in Lincoln. I'm living out of my mom's basement right now, so that's been a lot of fun. But dad's down in Illinois, got the Southern Illinois defensive coordinator job. So
awesome.
Mom's still living here, dad's down there, so been back in Lincoln, and it's been a lot of fun. Stressful at times, but a lot of fun, learning a lot, and everything leading up to this weekend, just showing all the hard work paying off. And we started Thursday night. Knew my name probably wasn't going to get called on Thursday, or so just watch and to watch all those guys. I trained with a bunch of those guys that went, first round, and then guys on day 2 and day 3 as well. It was awesome, hearing that those guys get their name called. I'm just so happy for everyone who's getting an opportunity, whether drafted or undrafted or not. All my teammates, O'Shawn and Trey, so happy for them, and of course G. Nelly and everyone else getting an opportunity with invites to mini camps and signing as undrafted guys. It's just awesome. It's been around these guys the past couple of years, and just seeing the growth in each individual year by year has been something that's been awesome, and just growing really close to them. And I'm just so happy everyone's getting an opportunity. This weekend was crazy. Was hoping to get my name called, didn't happen, but everything happens for a reason. Just super excited to get an opportunity to go out to Baltimore.
And Travis, one of the things you'll hear from guys who went undrafted, I think guys like Will Compton have mentioned this before, is if you're a 7th round pick, you don't get to choose where you get to go, but if you're an undrafted guy, you get to choose where you end up. So I want to hear your decision-making process. Why was Baltimore the choice for you? As we got a comment in from Brennan here on the stream saying you're going to get a chance to work with Mark Andrews. What a great opportunity. That factor into your decision? Yeah,
a lot of stuff goes into it. I had a lot of offers thrown my way. I felt Baltimore was the best opportunity. Going out there, they've got a great tight end room. And, a lot of coaches and, I talked with over the past couple of months really see me as a true inline, true Y tight end. I'd love to play, other spots as well, but think, my strengths are in line, with blocking big guys and still running routes and catching balls. But, the decision going into it is just opportunity, just being able to go into the tight end room and learn from a guy like Mark Andrews and a couple other guys. I know Charlie Kohler, he's up there. He was at Iowa State, and he played with my cousin Chase Allen at Iowa State, so I know him a little bit. So being able to learn from him and all the other guys as well is going to be an unbelievable opportunity.
And Travis, I know a lot of undrafted guys end up spending the first part of their career being really valuable special teams guys. That's how they can really first make a difference. So have you been practicing the old tackling technique, or are you feeling comfortable there?
Yeah, I'm going to do whatever I'm asked to do, and I think special teams is something that I'll definitely be asked to do. And I know that, of course, I want to go in there and contribute right away as a tight end, but just doing whatever I have to do to be on the field and make the roster is something I'm excited about.
Travis Vokolek, Husker tight end, and now part of the Baltimore Ravens with us here, Hail Varsity Radio. So what's next, Travis? What's the schedule look like? Do you have to head off to a rookie mini camp? What's the next couple of weeks look like?
Yeah, so I'm headed out there on Thursday morning. So I'm leaving this week, going out there for mini camp this weekend, and then I'll actually be back for a week, and then head out for OTAs that following Sunday. And excuse me, I'll head out there and we'll start doing all the stuff, workouts, the team practices and stuff that it all goes into. So I'm just super excited to get out there, and it's an unbelievable opportunity. I'm very thankful for.
Is Baltimore a squad you followed or watched from a football fandom standpoint?
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of Mark Andrews. I love the way he plays the game, and have a lot of respect for him and all the other guys on the team. I know just during the draft that Lamar news came out with his contract and everything. So super excited to get up there and meet him and everyone else on the team, and just ready to attack it.
Travis, did you know anyone on the team? I know you played against Harbaugh a couple different times during your time in college, and you played against the starting center for the Ravens, Tyler Linderbaum. Are there any relationships that you've already made with guys currently on roster?
So like I mentioned earlier, I knew Charlie, one of the other tight ends from Ohio State, playing with Chase, my cousin. And then I think that might be it. I know Gus, one of the running backs. He was at Rutgers with me. He transferred from Miami to Rutgers. That'd be my first or second year up at Rutgers. So I know he was up there. Haven't talked to him in a while, so it'll be good to get back there and talk with him.
Spring ball wrapped up, also on the minds of many. Travis, any connection or contact with some of the friends you still have on the team? Looked like a lot of work went into this first spring under Coach Rhule with some of your mates.
Yeah, I've been talking to everyone, and Nate and Thomas are just a few guys in the tight end room I've been talking with, and they seem to think that everything's going in the right direction, and I do too. I think they were talking about spring practices were tough. They're grinding, and it's all going to pay off. I think Coach Rhule has the program headed in a great direction. And I've loved. It's been weird not. Since I was in college for so long, not being in spring practice right now, it's been kind of weird. But it's I've been up at the facility working out every day. So every day after practice, all those guys come walking in, and I talk with them. So it seems that everything went well, and I'm just super pumped for those guys.
Travis, one of the connections that I've made this spring is I really feel like this Husker offense could look something like what the Ravens already run. A quarterback that can beat you with the arm or with his feet. A lot of two tight end sets. They really like beating you up and running the football. Did you see that being a possibility for this Husker offense, being like the offense that you're going to in Baltimore?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think there's a lot of weapons on offense, in Baltimore and then here in Nebraska as well. So I definitely see the similarities. It's going to be a fun offense to watch for sure.
Travis, I look at the tight end room the last few years in Lincoln with Ethan Carter, guy that didn't get drafted. He made the Bengals for a number of years, even as an undrafted guy, and then signed a deal with Miami. Your buddy Jack Stoll is doing well in Philly. Dear friend Austin Allen, also New York and Green Bay, and now you're another tight end off to the NFL. What's it take to play tight end in Lincoln, and then how does that translate to Sundays?
Yeah, it takes a lot. I was very fortunate to have Coach Becton as my tight end coach, and he played a huge role in developing us. From Jack and Oz and me. He was awesome, and he really just made an emphasis on the details and everything that you do. So I think that's one thing, is just you got to be very detail oriented in everything that you do. Whether that's, eating, working out, practice, going over film, everything's detail oriented, and you just got to keep that in mind in whatever you do. And then you got to be physical, and you got to love to catch balls, but you also got to love to block. So that's my favorite thing about tight end is, people say quarterback is one of the hardest positions on the football field because they have to know everything. Well, tight end does too. We gotta know all the pass game and all the run game, all the protections. We gotta know everything. So that's something that I love about the position, and it takes unique individuals to be able to excel in it.
Yeah, you got to block like an O lineman and run routes like a receiver.
Yep, exactly. And you're big-bodied dudes, so it's awesome.
Last thought, as Travis Vokolek kind enough to join us, he's off to the Ravens, Varsity Radio. How did you celebrate? Were you with friends? Were you with family? How did you soak in inking that deal?
Yeah, I had all my family. A lot of my family's from Nebraska, so I got my grandparents, my aunts and uncles. Dad was fortunate enough to make the trip up from Illinois, so he was here, and everyone was at the house. Lane McCallum, one of my best friends, the game-winning kick against Northwestern is what he's known for from all the Nebraska fans. He was here. Obviously all the NFL guys are already gone and off in their OTAs and workouts, so they weren't able to make it. But we had everyone at the house, just relaxed and played 18 holes of golf on Saturday morning. So went out to Hillcrest, played some golf early in the morning, and then came back and watched the draft. And then when I got the news that I was heading to Baltimore, just continued to hang out with them and had a very fun night.
How'd you shoot?
I played decent. I played with my girlfriend's dad. My sister came up, so her boyfriend was here, and then my dad, and we went out there. It was beautiful weather. It was a little cold. We teed off, and it was like 40 degrees, and then it turned out to be, gorgeous out. So it was perfect weather, and not a lot of people on the course, but, shot well.
I love that, man. No sleeves, maybe a stocking cap.
Well, that 40-degree weather, that's to get you prepared for Baltimore, Travis. Because I'm looking around at some of the other guys.
Before the wind, too.
You got Garrett Nelson going to Miami. Trey Palmer's going to Tampa Bay. O'Shawn Mathis going to L.A. I mean, a lot of guys going to warm weather spots, yet you're going to the cold, chilly city of Baltimore. Any thoughts on that? Why didn't you pick a warm weather spot?
I mean, I'll be prepared for it. We've had plenty of cold practices and games here, especially with the wind. It's just nuts here. But, I'll be ready for that. And, I like to think that, we can play in whatever elements out there. So those guys can enjoy their sunny and, hot days, and I'll be up in Baltimore, just perfect days. Perfect weather.
I like it. Travis, best to you and your family. Thanks again for a few minutes today.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Appreciate it. Good stuff from Travis Vokolek. Best wishes to him as he's off to the Ravens. Really good tight end room. High-level NFL franchise. I mean, a couple of Super Bowls there. And
not to mention you get to play with a former NFL MVP in Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, Lamar's for real, man. You know that.
And if we're talking special teams, you get to go play with the best kicker to ever do it in Justin Tucker. Well, and I think Sam Cook's still
on staff. Yeah, Sam's
really good.
Our old buddy Sam Cook is still out and rocking and rolling in Baltimore.
Yeah, really good opportunity for Travis out there.
We'll have some comments from Coach Rhule in that 24/7 pod sit down. Don't go anywhere. Charlie McBride, 25 minutes away. It's Hail Varsity presented by Currency.